Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and Happy New Year. This year we kick off our 2023 content with a look at my top 5 hopes for Ninjago 2023. My first hope is that the animation actually doesn't change. Throughout this video I'm going to discuss a lot of big changes for Ninjago, but this would be the sole exception. Crystallized was a very divisive season, but everyone can agree that the animation was fantastic. This isn't something that needs to change. Wild Bray's animation has steadily improved since 2019, and it's clear that they will likely animate the 2023 series, but it's not clear if the style would change. For example, Ninjago could transition to a 2D animation like Monkey Kid, but personally that's not something I'd like to see for Ninjago, because the current animation style works really well. And if a lot of other aspects about Ninjago change, this would be a nice constant. I feel like the animation style should stick around. But the format shouldn't. For a few years now, Ninjago's had 11-minute episodes, and at first, these weren't the best. The way they were used in Season 11 kinda just messed up the pacing. It wasn't as big of an issue in the middle seasons, but it came back and Crystallized. In Crystallized, the 11-minute finale was just really rushed, but the middle episodes were very slow. Also feels like 11-minute episodes just constantly have to start and resolve the story. And the endings of episodes just don't feel natural sometimes. Maybe with better writing, these issues could be fixed, but at this point, it would be better to have an entirely new format. Or an old one. 22-minute episodes were never really bad. Yeah, they were definitely boring sometimes, but the way they told stories felt more whole and complete to me. The 11-minute format definitely had its pros, but as of recently, it had a lot of issues, which could be avoided with a new format. I hope we get clear communication regarding this series and what it's going to be about. A big issue is LEGO often just doesn't communicate about the show, and so we're left with big questions that could be easily answered. For example, the first we saw of Season 11 was an unfinished trailer. This caused panic and widespread controversy. If LEGO had told us about the season earlier, there wouldn't have been as much confusion. Luckily, LEGO has already announced the 2023 series at Comic-Con, so that's definitely a start, but there's more to be done. As we get closer to the season, I hope LEGO releases some sort of statement telling us what we can expect. For example, will there be new Ninja? Will there be a new format? Basic stuff like this is really important to know. Being more realistic, LEGO is LEGO, and they're probably going to disappoint. But I certainly hope not. This would be a great chance to get it right this time. I hope the next Ninjago series goes back to more basic and simple concepts. This actually echoes something Tommy Drayson, the former producer of Ninjago, said. If he were still involved with the show, he'd create a season that minimized technology and more character focus. Honestly, I agree with this. Crystallized was a very ambitious season, and it kind of lost sight of what made Ninjago so special. Now it's time to scale things back and allow the characters themselves to shine. That is precisely what made Rise of the Snakes work. The story was more basic, but the characters themselves were awesome. This was a formula that worked so well for Ninjago's first season, and I hope 2023's first season replicates this success. My biggest hope for the new series is New Ninja. Maybe a team composed entirely of brand new characters, or a blend between the old Ninja and New Ninja. And to be clear, I'm not specifically talking about the crystallized New Ninja, but just in general, new characters. To me, Season 15 showed that the show doesn't have much more to offer to the current characters. The original 4 Ninja had very little to do with Crystallized, and Lloyd and Nia had just bad stories, honestly. This makes me feel uncertain about the future of Ninjago if the team stays the same. But a new team or new characters would open up the door to fresh stories we haven't seen before. My dream for the series would be a show which features new characters, but occasionally the old ones return too, except grown up and in the future. If you've seen The Legend of Korra, basically like that. But as long as we get new big characters in some form, that would be enough to make this series feel different. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know. Share your top 5 hopes for the next Ninjago series below, and I'll see you guys next time.